Good afternoon, everyone. Since you have been following my channel for a long time and you would have seen my other videos where I've talked about some helpful things and the basics of IELTS. Now, when you're preparing for IELTS at home, you need a proper guideline and you need a proper plan. And I made a video for that earlier. You'll find the link in the description of this video. And now from moving onwards, I'll be talking about the writing part of IELTS. So the way I have planned this course is that first of all, I'll be talking about the writing part. I'll impart every single thing that you need to know about preparation for IELTS and specifically for the writing part. And I'm going to share some tips and tricks, and I'll be talking about how to write a proper essay for the writing part of IELTS in all. So this video is all about that. And if you have been following me, and thank you so much for following me, and if you have not subscribed yet, then please follow me and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions anytime, you can ask me in the comments. So let's officially start the video and talk about the writing part. So when we talk about the writing part, basically it's the most difficult part of IELTS, because then whenever you're writing an essay or anything, the examiner is able to judge your entire level of English in your writing part, because they can judge your tenses, your vocabulary, how you connect your sentences, your ideas, and so many things at the same time. That is the reason that many students are not able to get a good score in the writing part. Well, you don't need to worry about that, because I'll be sharing some helpful tips that can help you get a very good score in your writing part. So first of all, I'm talking about the structure and the general guidelines when you are attempting the writing part of IELTS. So the first thing is that there are two tasks in the writing part. Whether you apply for IELTS academic or general, you'll be given two tasks. First one is task one, and when you're appearing for IELTS academic exam, in the task one, you will see a graph or a pie chart, and then the requirement of the question will be like you have to write an essay or a write up based on that. Whatever you see in that graph, you have to write an essay, and then you have to fulfill the requirements of the task, right? And then in the task two, you will be required to write an essay, and the word limit for that essay is 250 words. So in this video specifically, I'm going to be talking about task one. So for task one, you are given a total of 20 minutes to write that task one, and the requirement of the words for task one is 150 words at least. But what you have to do is, just to be on the safe side, you have to write about kind of 160 to 180 words, so that you can not lose score, and you should never be going below 150 words, because in that way you can lose score in your writing part. Another thing is, since task one is only about writing whatever you can see in the graph, so there is no need for writing a conclusion in the task one. Just keep that in mind, because we are never allowed to write our own ideas, our own opinions in the task one of IELTS academic. You never need to give a conclusion whenever you end your task one. So now, talking about the structure, you should be composing your task one in 4 different paragraphs. Basically, it's a very good format, but usually you can write about 3 to 5 paragraphs, and that would also be fine. But what I feel is that 4 paragraphs are very suitable when you're writing your task one, and it gives a better structure to your task one. So now, what are these 4 paragraphs? The first paragraph is about the introduction, right? So the introduction of task one should be very simple. So whatever the question prompt has been given to you in the task one, what you have to do is you simply need to paraphrase it in the introduction, and that's it. You get the full marks in the task completion part. So in the introduction, you just need to paraphrase whatever question prompt has been given to you. That completes your paragraph one, and it completes your introduction as well. Now you need to write the second paragraph. So what we do is, in the second paragraph, we talk about the overall information that we can see from the given data, and that data can be in the form of a graph, a table, or any situation or any process, right? So whatever information that you can see in that specific given data, you have to talk about its overall information. You can say that overall it can be seen that there's an increasing trend for etc, right? Anything that they are talking about, you can simply say I can observe an increasing trend, or I can observe a decreasing trend, and we can see that the numbers are growing over time. So whatever the data is, you have to write about that. And so in the second paragraph, you only talk about the overall information that can be deduced from the given data. Now we come to the third paragraph. So in the third and fourth paragraph, we have to write only about the key features, right? In the task one, you should not be writing something which is general, right? In the third and fourth paragraph, you have to write only about the key features. Like key features mean whatever are the significant points that can be deduced from that data. If something is at the highest point, you have to talk about that. If something is at the lowest point, you have to talk about that. You don't need to talk about everything that you can see in that given table or the data, right? So in the third and fourth paragraph, we write everything with the numbers. For example, if the graph is about sales of apples in America, right? So you have to say the sales of apples in America have increased to 50% in 2010, right? So you have to support everything with numbers in the third and fourth paragraph, and that's it. And now, how you divide your third and fourth paragraph is according to the situation. For example, if you're talking about the increasing things, so if you're talking about increasing trends, you have to mention that in the third paragraph, and you can then talk about the decreasing trends in the fourth paragraph. So you have to logically organize your paragraphs in the task one. Once you have completed all these paragraphs and your words are more than 150 words, then you're good to go. It completes the requirement of the task